All right. House Speaker Paul Ryan's out, announcing he will not seek re-election. So who replaces him? And will his departure have any impact on the midterm elections? Ryan doesn't seem to think so.
I don't think anybody's election is going to hinge on whether or not Paul Ryan is Speaker of the House. I think we're going to have a strong record to run on. We're going to have the resources to communicate our story. So I feel very good about things.
Ryan might feel good about things, but should Republicans? We asked Democratic strategist and former DNC national political director Paul Alvillar, as well as media director for campus reform Cabot Phillips. Gentlemen, hello. Good morning.
Great to be on.
So is this a bad sign, Cabot, for the midterms in November for Republicans?
It's certainly going to be a positive message for the Democrats, and they're licking their chops at the message of being able to tell people, look, Paul Ryan has such little confidence in holding the House. He's trying to get out on top. He knows that come midterms, he is no longer going to be Speaker of the House, so he's kind of abandoning ship. That's going to be the messaging we can expect to see moving forward, and it's definitely going to be hard to paint this as anything but a negative for the Republican Party.
Oh, boy.
You know, he may have the messaging.
And you're the Republican, Cabot. You're the Republican on this panel.
It's going to be difficult to try and paint this. You know, he may be able to say that. I think the messaging we're going to see from Republicans as well. He's stepping down. He wants to spend time with his family. His big issue that he was working on for decades was tax reform. He got the tax reform. He's going out on top. He's a servant leader. He's stepping down. He's not, holding power for 40, 50 years like some people. That's going to be the messaging. It's going to be hard to see, moving forward how it's going to work out. But the Democrats are certainly viewing this as a victory in messaging.
What do you think, Cabot? Oh, Raul, I'm sorry.
No worries. Listen, I think this is a very telling. As recently as yesterday when Speaker Ryan announced his departure, there has been 46 members of Congress that are either retiring or not seeking re-election. So going through the 2010 midterm cycle, there's a lot of telling parallels that are happening now within the Republican Party that happened with us in 2010 within the Democratic Party. So I think, yes, I think this is an opportunity for Democrats to make sure that we gain seats, that we win back the House, and that we do well in the Senate as well. And it's an opportunity for us to get that message out to the American people. Once people realize that, it'll tie towards the Democrats, in my opinion. We
have 38 House Republicans not seeking re-election. In fact, 24 of them are retiring, the largest number since 1973. Here's a full screen, Cabot, of all of the Republicans that are withdrawing. What does this mean for the direction the House goes in going forward?
Well, it's certainly harder anytime a party is in power the way the Republicans are right now. It's certainly harder, traditionally speaking, historically speaking, to maintain that power. It's a lot harder to get people to the polls when they've already given you everything you wanted for the last 6 years, the way Republican voters have. And so that messaging moving forward needs to be now. At this point, it needs to be, we need to continue to, push President Trump's agenda. I think the messaging moving forward is going to be, are you better off now than you were 2 or 4 years ago? I think that's an effective message. Looking at the economy, the booming stock market, people looking at their 401ks and looking at tax reform. I think touting those issues specifically, and it is an interesting cycle because of the way that President Trump is so polarizing. There are some districts where pushing his record and pushing working with him is a positive, other ones where that's not so much a positive. And so I think pushing individual results for people and really sticking with the economy and not going too much into the social issues is going to be a winning formula for some of these Republicans that are going to keep it.
In a lot of ways, it is a referendum on the presidency of Donald Trump thus far. And before we leave, Raul, who do you think replaces Paul Ryan as Speaker of the House? A lot of people are talking about the number 2 and the number 3 House leaders right now, Scalise or McCarthy. What say you? There's some dark horses here, which are Rob Bishop as well as Congressman Mark Walker.
I'm sorry, was that? I think that's the common knowledge that is around Washington, D.C. I think the question is going to be what's going to happen within the Freedom Caucus. Is the Freedom Caucus going to be happy with what the current status quo of the Republican Party is? And then also I think whoever's going to be able to raise the most amount of money for their party caucuses will be a good determining factor as to who it'll be.
Kevin McCarthy has been courting the conservatives in the House, and you know what? Representative Walker is a conservative as well. Cabot, Raul, thank you, gentlemen, very much.
Thank you, Lauren.